I heard some AI dude on the internet the other day, some AI wealthy dude saying, because it's one of the pages that teach you how to be wealthy, and it was a girl, and she was saying that we've been tipping wrong this entire time. If you tip after the meal,
Huh?
Elaborate.
Say more.
now I want to find it.
No, they're probably talking about after tax.
No.
They talking about tipping before the meal to make sure you get good service.
How the f you gonna know what the?
And he said AI, so this is an AI fake person.
No, he's saying that the lady got rich in AI.
No, I'm saying this is an
It's
AI.
AI.
I thought you said
So
something.
someone that's never been in the real world.
Yeah.
So.
Exactly.
I just thought it was such an interesting concept that I'm sure I saved it.
It is an interesting
We go through this
concept.
every week. I know I saved it. Somebody must have went in my phone and unsaved it. No, nigga, you forgot.
Nah, I'm saving a bunch of that shit.
What? If I'm saving it, and
Like
can't
just
find
anything
it?
I find interesting, I'll just save that shit.
That's
And
old
never go
nigga
back and
shit.
watch
I
it.
never
Here we
save
go.
anything. Word, I don't.
The lady was saying, and I'll try to remember, that if you're tipping after the service, then you've gotten nothing for your dollar. As opposed to tipping prior to, then you've basically hired a worker.
Incentivize them to do more.
Yeah. And I just Googled it. I can't find the
Oh, I
AI. Tipping
get it.
after a meal
I
is
get
generally
the
considered the
concept.
standard traditional approach to reward service already rendered rather than backwards. However, some diners now opt to tip beforehand as a positioning strategy to guarantee faster service, better attention, and higher quality from the start. Viewing traditional tipping as simply reacting at the end.
See, that's tricky.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah,
That's a modern
until they
shit.
give you
What do
shitty
you
service,
guys
tip
think
them.
about that?
That's tricky.
That's some modern shit.
Because if the person's a bad server,
Yeah.
it don't matter if you tip them $1 billion at the beginning or $1, they're still going to be a bad server.
See, I think that I shouldn't have to incentivize you to do your job well.
Oh, all right, we live in theory.
Of course.
No, you stand with this. We just had this argument in a different facet last week with the Scottie Pippen shit. Like, fam, like if I have to incentivize you to do your job, you shouldn't be doing this job. I think customer service, if you work in a customer service environment, I think customer service, good customer service, is the bare minimum.
Yes.
Now, if you go above and beyond, then that's something that I think that should be handled
You know
accordingly.
how much service make?
But the tip, you're not saying you have to go above beyond to get a tip. You're saying to get a special tip.
Yeah, like if you go above, but I think if you just come to work and your job is to deliver a certain level of service or care, that should be the bare minimum.
Yes.
Now, again, everybody don't go above and beyond, and so I think when you go above and beyond, your tip should be commensurate with that. But I don't think that I should have to incentivize you. Nigga, you work.
You have to know.
Do you know how much servers make?
No. It's,
Below minimum wage.
$3?
Yeah.
No, it's a certain
No,
minimum
It depends
wage.
on what
make
state, but
Way
$3 an
below.
hour.
They
Yeah.
make
$3
way
$3,
below.
$4 an hour.
Yeah, they
Sometimes,
make
yeah.
way below.
Depends on the state.
And I feel like in my experience, it's not even. It's almost like the way that you tip. Some people tip. It's almost like I'm taking a test so I can get a discount. Like is looking for like grading you in that way. Oh, you didn't fill my water.
Oh, yeah, they
you
don't
didn't
want
ask
to
me
tip.
again
Yeah, I ain't talking
because you
about
didn't want to tip in the beginning.
Yeah, they don't
I
wanna
feel
tip.
like
That's what I think this is for.
Standard, you should just tip. And I feel like that tipping in the beginning, in my mind, I think I would probably still do it twice, so it probably would cost me more because I'm gonna do it in the beginning for you to do that. But then I appreciate how well you did it, and I'm gonna hit you again. So it's just leave it. And I tip high. I tip.
Can I want to add a racial. I don't usually do this, but I want to add race into the conversation.
I don't usually.
You?
I think for black people this might be an effective strategy because a lot of times we get, in my experience, we get bad service because there's an expectation that we're not going to tip, and a lot of because even when I worked in the restaurants, that was the thing. They would give service to people at certain tables because they're not going to tip no way. So now if I've almost prepaid for my tip, maybe now I get treated decent. I'm not saying that's okay, but as a strategy, I can see how it would be more effective.
That's what I was saying when I'm saying this is a modern thing. I think it's just to flip around the not tipping.
Yeah.
It's a way around it. That's all. It's just a way to address it.
But you're right.
When I worked at a restaurant and I was the hostess, the waitress would argue over the
What
black
kind of restaurant
tables.
was it? I'm just curious.
Fuck off.
No,
I've worked at a lot of restaurants. I worked at Denny's, IHOP, Olive Garden, all those
All the
kind
good
of
ones.
places. Yeah,
Right.
like, but the way the servers would like argue over taking the black people. That's how much people didn't want
Yeah.
black tables. So
Yeah.
that makes total sense.
And that's why I asked what kind of restaurants. Because I worked at TGI Fridays, and it was the same kind of level of like
Another nice one.
My people used to work
Right.
at
Like it's just
They did not want
blatantly
black tables
racist
in
in
the-
those restaurants. People
Yes.
fight over getting the black people,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
They call my homegirl worked at Fridays. They used to call them Canadians. Like that was the word for black people. Like, oh, it's a table of Canadians, and they
That's
wouldn't want to take the
crazy,
table.
bro.
But I think it's bull. Me personally, I think if
mean,
you start
niggas
working in
probably
customer
don't
service,
tip
I don't
on
care if you
some
work
shit,
at
though.
Banana Republic, you're supposed to give customer service.
Neutral button.